Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURIN NADHIRAH BINTI AMIRRUDIN and my number matrix is 2020-608-344 and I'm studying at campus Segamat, Johor.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hamizah Ayuni binti AMIRRUDIN, matrix number 2020489244. I am from UiTM Johor in Segamat campus.
Assalamualaikum, my name is SITI KHADIJAH. My matric number is 2020-847532 and I study at UiTM campus Segamat.
So, do you know what is digital communication? Digital communication is a transmission of information or data using a digital signal over a point-to-point channel. It can be configured to operate wirelessly as well as on a wired network. In digital communication, the data transfer rate depends on its characteristic. It can be done over a long distance through the internet and other things. So there are three types of digital communication such as email, instant messaging and mobile phone. Nah, itu saya suruh hantar assignment guna apa? Nak tanya Ayuni lah. Hello Ayuni. Saya suruh hantar assignment guna email kan?
Hello? Yeah, but I don't know what is email, NADHIRAH. Can you explain to me?
Email is a short for electronic mail. Was designed as a program used to exchange messages within a computer. To have an email, you have to create your email address using any email such as Gmail or Yahoo. Okay, faham tak apa yang nak terangkan tadi Ayuni? So, kalau nak hantar email dekat lecturer, you have to attach your file or your assignment and write your name. Okay? Bye. Hello KHADIJAH. Tahu tak types mobile phone yang terbaru? And macam mana nak guna mobile phone tu?
You can use smartphone, NADHIRAH. It's more easier to bring anywhere and you can do anything by using the smartphone at any time you want. Not just that, you can install many interesting apps that you want by using the smartphone only, like games or other apps that you prefer to. Also, you can find many different types of brand smartphone. For example, Oppo, Samsung, iPhone and other brands that sell at the market. So I really recommend you to using the smartphone. Hi Ayuni, I want to ask you, is there another apps that I can install in my smartphone? This is because I want to discuss our assignment with NADHIRAH, but she told me that she has been busy lately, so I don't want to disturb her. I want to use instant messaging, but when I think about it, it uses a lot of top up, right, and our money. So I don't know what's the suitable apps that I can be used to communicate with Nad. And if I use that apps, maybe she can reply my messaging anytime when she's free. Do you know any apps that I can install in my smartphone?
Yes, KHADIJAH. Okay, don't worry. I will show you an application that you can install in your phone, which is WhatsApp.
This is how to download WhatsApp on your phone. Firstly, you need to go to App Store and then you type WhatsApp. You click this and download. You need to wait until it finishes. After complete, you need to sign up. You type your phone number. You can chat NADHIRAH by type her name. And done!
There are 5 advantages of using WhatsApp. Firstly is never broadcasting. Secondly is free sharing, free connecting, enable to share work and tasks, and provide a group chat. Here are digital communication. Firstly is facilitate communication. Secondly is reduce cost and time. Thirdly is facilitate shopping transaction. And fourthly is the sharing information is easier.
Firstly is facilitate communication. Aside from being quick, the time is faster because when contact using mail, the time to respond is relatively long. For example, sending letter using mail make the travel time approximately 3 days to receive. The length of the mail delivery depends on distance and the terrain. Now, we are easier and faster to get message to the people we are going to. Secondly is reduce cost and time. Time is gold in education. Tasks can be performed faster with digital communication. For example, before the internet formed, students' work need to be submitted face-to-face. Now students can submit their assignments in the form of using email, UFuture and Google Classroom. It is more efficient, saves time and cost. Thirdly is facilitate shopping transactions. Online store, online shop and online transportation become love to the community because it's easy to use. For example, we are just a few clicks away from online stores to get items we want, such as clothes, food, groceries, and electrical equipment. Online transportation determines the direction we are going to using Uber and Grab car. The transfer method can be used through the account. Lastly, the sharing of information is easier. In the past, we are using mail to tell story and event. Now, we can send text message or phone call, and we can also add photos, videos, and instant message. Like we are using WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, YouTube, and many others. For example, sharing of information on COVID-19 disease that hit the country via MKN portal. This allows us to not be left behind on the current issues.
There are 4 disadvantages of using digital communication. Firstly is identity fraud. Secondly is miscommunication to someone. Thirdly is privacy issues. And fourthly is misuse of information.
Firstly is identity fraud. The advancement of digital communication allows everyone to access and introduce their identity in general. The immoral individuals will falsify their identities for self-satisfaction. For example, a person knows another person through Facebook, deceives the person by fake biodata that is not true at all. Everyone needs to be careful when getting to know a stranger. Secondly is miscommunication to someone. Digital communication allows us to interact with everyone. Sometimes what we want to convey is not easy for them to understand. For example, when we are working, when a person tries to convey information using email, but it is misunderstanding by others because good communication cannot be carried out. This leads to tense situations between two parties as well as dissatisfaction with the individual. We need to first understand the information obtained before making conclusions. Thirdly is privacy issues. Who guarantees that any data we enter over the internet will not be recorded or read by service provider? The issues of privacy becomes important. The internet knows us better than anyone else. For example, we are share our personal lives and others reveal it to public such as Facebook and Instagram. This makes our good name and our image will be stretched. So, we need to be wise in using the platform of digital communication. And the lastly is misuse of information. There is a lot of information and fake news circulating. A person tends to be lured to spread the contents of the fake news that is not necessarily the truth. Too many fake news affect the mind of individuals. For example, one of the real issues of kidnapping becomes ruined because someone judging the issues. We need to be careful before taking any action so it will not offend to any other parties.
How digital communication can impact us? Well, there has two sides of impact, which is positive impact and negative impact. point of positive impact is increased ability to communicate with people. We can communicate with people around us and who live far away. We can connect with them more closer by using smartphone and has an access of the internet. It more easier and it can deliver our message to the receiver very fast. This is the reason why people nowadays more likely to use digital communication rather than meet face-to-face. The second of positive impact is makes the learning more attractive and interesting. Especially in this current situation, the whole world is hit by the pandemic COVID-19. So all the learning institutions, either in primary, secondary or university, had to postpone the lesson and the students had to learn from home and through the online class. What teacher can do is they can find an attractive digital platform to communicate with their student, and with that initiative they can keep their students' attention on the online class. For example, the teachers can use digital platform like Zoom or Kahoot or another attractive digital platform to make sure the student have a fun in online class, but at the same time they understood what the teacher taught them, and they will feel excited to attend the online class every day. Next, the negative impact. The first point of negative impact is the poor productivity among the people nowadays. The citizen more prefer not to get out from their home to meet people and to go outside to deal their works. They prefer to use digital communication or digital platform like just use an email or using social media, or maybe they can use social media chat to the person they want to communicate to. That it's more save their time and their energy too. Second point is people will more easier to get anxiety or depression. This is because they always think what others think about them, and they always compare to each other. So we as a social media user, we have to write a good thing and prevent ourselves being a cyberbully. This is not good for our mental and health. Why we have to use this digital communication wisely, and prevention is better than cure. But there is no productive life or active life in citizen daily life anymore. This because they more prefer and comfortable to use digital communication or digital platform to communicate with people around them. For the conclusion is digital communication is very important role in our life. It's being a big part in our daily life. It makes our work being so easy to done or deal without having many difficult things. For example, for the business, they just can send their customer by an email. Instead, they have to go to the post office and send their customer by a letter. And even right now, pandemic COVID-19 is hitting around the world, so people mostly work or study from home only. So this facility makes our daily life more easier to do, and it depends on us how we use this digital communication in a good way or the wrong way.